It's time for 10 questions with Ethan Sykes. Here we go. So Ethan, what do you do at Drury and what's your Drury story?
Yeah, of course. So I have the privilege of being the Director of Housing and Residence Life here on campus, and I'm responsible to make sure that people are safe and feel like they belong and really just get connected to living on campus in Drury.
So you know every student in all kinds of ways.
Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah, that's great. So when you were little, growing up, what did you think you would be?
You know, that's a loaded question. At first, I wanted to be a marine biologist because I really liked dolphins. But then I got really invested in choir. I've been singing since elementary school, and so I wanted to be a choir teacher, but then flipped when I was in college and decided I wanted to work with college students.
That's great. What's your favorite place on the Drury campus?
Well, we're in it now. Leidy Suites, formerly known as Smith. We did an amazing renovation project this past summer. All new flooring, all new furniture, and I think the amazing, just seeing the amazing progress that we've made from going to Smith, built in the 60s to what we have today. And I think our students are really happy because of that.
And somehow you all did manage to get it all done on time for students to be here.
Yeah, barely. A little bit of prodding, but we were fortunate to have a really good facilities team.
What's the first concert you ever attended, and what's the one you hope to see next?
I don't know if you're a classic rock fan, but Eddie Money.
Oh, yeah.
Me Home Tonight.
Yeah.
I was 5.
Shaken.
Yep. I don't know very much about it, but the one I really remember is the Rascal Flatts. I went with them.
And what's the one you want to see next?
I'm a big Adele fan.
Okay.
I would love to hear her. She's put out some pretty amazing albums I'd like to hear.
Tell us about someone at Drury who really makes a difference.
A lot of people don't know, but Tara Frigga, the Director of Accessibility Services, puts a lot of work into making our students have access at Drury. And she does a fantastic job meeting those students, proctoring their exams, and I really appreciate working with her with emotional support animals. That's how I usually interact with her, but she does an amazing job making sure students have the support that they need.
What a great example of someone who invests so much into our students. If you were stranded on a desert island, what's the one food you would miss the most?
I don't know if there's a food exactly, but Mexican food in general. I'm a big sucker for chips and salsa and cheese enchiladas. And so I think those two, any Mexican, I would really miss.
Now, do you cook yourself? Can you make an enchilada?
I do, but I'd much rather go somewhere because it always tastes better.
Absolutely.
Somewhere else.
What's the most surprising thing you've learned in your time at Drury?
I worked at 5 different institutions, and I cannot tell you how dedicated and passionate our students are. It always surprises me how involved they are and how they're just willing to help anyone and really make the Drury difference.
And what's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
When I was in grad school, my professor always had a sign on his door that said, "Live your truth." And I think it's really important that you are the most authentic person that you can be in developing genuine connections with people and just making sure to share your own story and not necessarily take stories from other people.
Seems like that gets lost in this crowded world of ours.
It can. I think there's a lot of anxiety and pressure to be someone else or what other people want you to be. And I think it's very important just to own and live your truth.
You can invite anyone from anywhere, living or dead, to come to Drury to spend time with students, to be in a class, to perform, to hang out. Who are you picking?
Going back to music, I'm a big Swiftie fan. So if I can invite Taylor Swift here, I think our students would love it. I would love it. Just the way that she connects with music and with her audience, she's just a fantastic person. And I would love for her to come to Drury.
And only 2.5 hours away in Kansas City.
Correct.
Maybe it could happen.
Yep. So it can have the football folks and the music folks. So I think it's a good idea.
Last question. What's the most interesting place you've ever traveled to?
When I was in college, I was involved in a choir that traveled, and we went to Austria. So I got to see Mozart's birthplace and The Sound of Music, kind of the filming of that. I would love to go back there again, but that's probably one of my top places that I've been.
That's great. See you next time on another episode of 10 Questions. Nicely done, sir. Made it look easy.